Sawdudes. Today we're reviewing The Single Life Season 4 Episode 1 because so many people have told me that it's the cringest season yet. The first cast member we see from The Single Life is Chantel. She's 32 years old from Atlanta, Georgia.
It's been 6 months since my divorce was finalized.
So
Everybody show
what
them
do you
your
think?
backs.
We're here for the what? Divorce party. Because she's looking for the
D.
Chantel, you just got out of a long relationship with Pedro. So you entered a relationship with a foreign broke guy, brought him over to the United States and tried to put him on, and spent all this time and energy, got your family involved, trying to level this guy up, right? So you're going to Greece, a place where the average guy is not banking, you know what I mean? So you're almost repeating the same habit of going for these foreign guys and trying to look for someone to bring on scholarship to America. And right away, wearing a t-shirt like this sends the wrong kind of vibe. It actually makes you more susceptible to be used by a guy looking for that D1 scholarship, right? But let me know what y'all think in the comments about this. We then meet Destiny, one of Chantel's friends, and she says, "We are the divorce support party." She shows us the back of her t-shirt. It's so try-hard cringe. I don't know why y'all send me this. It's like you want me to get brain damage. Destiny says to the audience that they're trying to get Chantel back to who she was before Pedro, so hopefully they can meet an olive oil Greek guy to help her with that. Realistically, after a traumatic breakup, you should take time to figure that out yourself, not do the most to go on a divorce party. It's funny too, because if you keep talking about the divorce to the point where you make t-shirts that say divorce party, no one cares more than you do.
guys. I can't wait to hang out with you guys in Greece.
And we're
Celebrate.
Turn up.
Oh, I'm
It's lit.
excited.
It's lit. It's lit.
We're in Greece, it's lit, it's lit, it's lit. I feel like I'm watching a bunch of 14-year-old TikTok girls, but all of these people are in their 30s.
Hoping that there's some
A God out here for you.
Greek
Greek-
god
Greek-
of a man.
Because you were with a
Greek
peasant.
goddess.
Damn, shots fired. She called Pedro a peasant. Chantel tells the audience that she so desperately wants to have everything that she's ever wanted, except for this time better. Chantel goes on to say, "When I think of Greece, I think of Sparta, Spartans, strong men, nice body, washboard abs." I'm not even kidding you guys, she actually said that. I think she watched the movie 300 and assumed that all the men in Greece look like that.
What an idiot.
Chantel goes on to say to the audience something very interesting, and that's that she's always envisioned the kind of relationship for herself where her partner and her travel the whole world together. And I'm not sure if she's throwing jabs at Pedro or whatnot, but it is very hard to move from another country to the United States and make a decent livable wage for yourself, let alone for your partner and the family that you're thinking of starting. So if you wanted someone with bands that you could travel the whole world with, why wouldn't you just date an American from the get-go? Wait, actually, never mind. I just thought about it, and she wouldn't be able to go on the show 90 Day Fiance if she didn't date a foreign guy, so I answered my own question. Let's keep moving. Chantel goes on to tell the audience about her relationship with Pedro from start to finish, but it's a very short summary, and to be honest with you, so much has happened between that couple. They were on multiple seasons of the show together. They got their own spin-off show, so I would need hours to really go into details about that relationship. I would make a video about it, but let me know in the comments if you'd be interested to see that video. While she's talking with her friends in the car, we find out that at the time that they're filming this, it has been 6 months since the divorce with Pedro was finalized. Man, just when you think it can't get any worse, Destiny pulls out the divorced AF cups.
Destiny and I have been friends since the 2nd grade. We've been through every stage of life together. I love her to death, and I can't go anywhere without her.
That's weird.
Chantel then gives us a little background information about her 2 other friends. Her 2 other friends are her hairdresser and her twerk instructor, which are very appropriate people to bring on a vacation to Greece. I think that twerking is going to significantly help her land the right guy.
This money fan is going with me everywhere. Hey, what did you say?
Everywhere.
I'm gonna just whip it out like,
Immediately.
where the money at?
Their driver's name is Nicholas, great name. They ask him where they can get cucumbers from because Chantel wants to ask Mooney about BJ techniques, you know, make sure that she's doing it right when she's given the Gluck Gluck 5000.
Mr.
Is this
Cucumber.
thing on?
Mr. Cucumber. It's been a long time.
Oh,
Very
long
long
time.
time, Mr. Cucumber. I'm ready for it.
Well, Socks, it sure has been swell reviewing this show for you. I'm gonna take a workout break and then I'll be back.
They don't know me, son. Who's gonna carry the boats and the logs? They don't know me, son.
Hey y'all, back from the gym. Let's continue reviewing this dog water TV show.
Okay, so here's the ground rules. Everything we say you do.
Do.
Period. Second ground rule is five guys' numbers tonight.
No, girls don't just go up to guys and be like, what's your number?
We doing it today. It's okay to reinvent yourself. Like, you don't have to, like, be what you were. Like,
Dang, I didn't know her friend was gonna get all philosophical like that, but it figures because they're in Greece. Her friends are really setting her up for failure, right? Putting her in a position to act thirsty with these guys. She has a number quota for how many guys' numbers she should get. At this point, I'm just hoping that Chantel and her friends don't wear these t-shirts out when they're going to the club to find the marriage material guys that she's searching for in Greece. I prefer someone from another country versus an American man. A foreign man who wants to date an American woman has a sense for adventure and wants to live life on the edge as well and loves to travel. Shockingly enough, despite being an American man, I travel quite frequently, so I might have to get a DNA test. I might just be Greek. You're trying to say just about anything to excuse the way you're moving and save face. And you know what? If you're not ready to put yourself out in the dating world, there's nothing wrong with that. However, your spot on the show could have went towards someone that was actually ready to do that and not trying to participate in hookup culture or a free all expense paid trip to Greece via TLC and bring a bunch of moochy friends along. Tyray is 33 years old from Modesto, California, and fun fact, that's also where George Lucas is from for all the Star Wars fans. From Tyray's form, it's very possible that this is the first time that this man has lifted weights in his life, but that's okay, it's never too late to start.
I'm outgoing, I like to laugh and have fun.
Damn it, Tyray. Dude's just going through the motions, and you can tell that the producer set this up, which is a shame, because if this dude took this fitness journey seriously, lost weight, got in good physical shape, not only would he feel more confident, but he would also be more attractive to the majority of women. Being in good physical shape shows other people that you have discipline, which is attractive. Tyray informs the audience that his dad was killed when he was 4 years old and his mom worked a lot, so as the oldest, he felt like it was his responsibility to take care of his family. He also admits to the audience that he didn't date anyone in high school, he went to prom with his cousin, and he also didn't date anyone in college either.
There you go.
All right.
Tyray does this thing when he talks where he'll just randomly laugh after he says a sentence, even if it's not a joke. And I haven't seen any other cast members do this. Tyray tells the audience, I feel like my weight negatively affects my self-esteem. I've always been looked at as the fat guy. Tyray, I'm very sorry to hear that. Have you ever tried eating less food, eating the right types of food, and working out on a regular basis? And after the class, he talks about his hard breakup he went through. You got catfished by a guy for years that was pretending to be a girl. To the point where the producers showed you evidence that this was in fact a man, and you were so delusional that you refused to believe it and dragged it out for an entire season to have more episodes on this TV show. And here's the thing, man, you use other people's situation, even your family situation, as a crutch. And it's kind of pathetic to see, to be honest with you. I don't want to come across as a hater or anything. I'm not a hater, I'm actually trying to help. But until you actually take accountability for where you're at in life, you're never going to grow as a human being, because where we're at in life is the result of where we place our time and our energy. And what I see from you is that you're a self-indulgent pleasure seeker, right? And there's things that you need to work on psychologically. For example, you shouldn't even be on this TV show. You shouldn't be on The Single Life, because you're not in a place where you're hitting your own personal goals, and you're not in a position to bring someone else into your life. You communicated to the audience that you quit your job to take care of your mom. You could have worked from home. You could have looked for alternate jobs on the internet. What do you do all day? You wake up and you just talk to your mom for, what is it, 18 hours? As y'all are aware, Tyray was on the wrong show. He should have been on Catfish, but he found himself on 90 Day Fiance because he repeated a lot of the same catfish behavior. And it's ironic because he communicated to the audience that he was a fan of the show Catfish and thought that he understood what to look out for, but he was in an online relationship with a guy pretending to be this model. So you're communicating with this dude pretending to be a girl for years on Snapchat, and you don't ask him to FaceTime so you can verify that it's who it is in the pictures. Not to mention you're sending money to this person.
What an idiot.
I haven't had a real, true, honest-to-God date. I'm 33 and I'm still a virgin. Technically, I haven't really had like a real kiss neither.
You're a virgin, you haven't had your first kiss, and I can tell that you're a Disney fanatic. You talked about how you want that kiss that turns a frog into a prince or unfreezes your sister, which I believe is an Elsa reference. Here's the thing, man. Let's talk Disney because I like Disney movies too. Have you ever watched Hercules? Great film, right? What did Hercules do? He embarked on the hero's journey because he needed to become a true hero. He woke up every day and he worked his butt off training in order to do so. All of a sudden, he sees this girl Meg, but he doesn't lose sight of the mission. He needs to become a true hero. 0 to hero in no time flat, right? So he defeats all these monsters and then he makes a sacrifice in order to save the woman he loves. And she also makes that same sacrifice for him by pushing him out of the way and dying. Once he recovers his strength, he goes into Tartarus in order to rescue her. And in doing so, in doing a selfless act, becomes a god. And then he gives up immortality to live a mortal life with that same woman. But here's the question. Do you think that Hercules would have become a true hero? Would have become a god if he wallowed in his own self-pity in order to get sympathy from other people and didn't put in the time or effort to get to where he wanted to be in life? No, he wouldn't, right? So why are you doing that? You're better than that. He communicated to the audience earlier in this episode that he felt like as the oldest, he had to step up for his family, yet all of his younger siblings are higher level than he is at life. When he said that earlier in this episode, I thought to myself, that's interesting because a good leader leads with example. And I get that this guy hasn't had strong male role models in his life, but you can always watch The Lord of the Rings. Aragorn is a great example of masculine excellence. This episode takes a really weird turn because one of the producers asked Tyray who his dream woman is, and he responds Hillary Clinton. He claims he likes how strong she is. It's baffling to watch this guy choose Hillary Clinton out of all of the women in the world because 99.9% of men in the United States would rather see Hillary Clinton in jail than in their bed. Good news, everyone! The next cast member we see is Debbie, who entered a relationship with 24-year-old Osama, arguably one of the greatest poets of our generation.
Touch me, hold my bones.
Hold my bones? How does he come up with this stuff? Am I right? When we see Debbie, she's frolicking among the alpacas. She's thriving at this alpaca farm, and she communicates to the audience and the people working there that she wants to open up her own alpaca farm, but with a twist. It's also going to be an outdoor art studio where you can go and paint and be among the animals because Debbie's someone that really loves animals and painting.
I'm 67 years old and I'm from Sugar Hill, Georgia.
And yes, in typical introduction fashion, at one point, Debbie does give us a breakdown of her relationship with Osama, how it all ended. However, it is a very short summary, and I made numerous videos about her on our channel, so be sure to watch those old videos if you want to get caught up. Next time we see Tyray, he says to the audience, "I'm really nervous about the idea of dating after everything I went through with Carmela." Yeah, that do be sad, but look on the bright side, Tyray. You're going to be going on dates with real life women, so you can verify that they're actually women and not guys pretending to be women on Snapchat.
So I just kind of need that confidence boost, and hopefully I can get that by hanging out with Javon tonight.
Tyray goes on to say that this girl's been one of his best friends since the 6th grade. She's like another sister to him, and then we see him bring flowers into the restaurant where they're gonna be meeting up. Right away, my dude, it's nice of you to bring this girl flowers, but if she's just a friend, I'm not sure what the point of that is. He goes on to say that a lot of other people think that him and his friend should date, but he just responds, "Nah, we're just friends."
What's up, Javon? How are you? What's up? Good. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
All right, you look nice.
To see you. Oh,
I got you some flowers too.
Oh, this is so sweet of you.
Tyray says that in a couple of days it's his cousin's birthday party, and the girl that he recently met is going to be there, and he's hoping that he can work up the courage to ask this girl out. Tyray proceeds to ask his friend what girls like, which I thought is interesting at age 33.
You can come off a little nerdy or something, you know?
I think the producers are trying to go for this 40-year-old virgin narrative with Tyray.
You know, when you grab a woman's breast and it feels like a bag of sand when you're touching it.
Bag of sand?
I'm just confused why he's not asking his brother Robert for advice, his little brother, because he seems relatively normal. And when I say normal, trust me, it's a compliment, because a lot of the NPCs that we review on these TV shows look and act like they just snuck onto the earth.
Like I was working on myself and then, like putting myself back out there.
Right.
But I feel like I don't got no game.
This dude's nervous laughter is out of control. New drinking game. Take a shot every time he nervously laughs. Oh wait, after 5 minutes, you're dead.
If I was someone that you were interested in, how would you approach me?
Tyray hits this girl with some rizzy pickup lines like, dang, you got some nice shoes.
What?
And the follow-up line was, I think they came from heaven with you. I would be surprised if a girl didn't come home with you if you hit her with that line. The time is upon us. It's the big day of the party, and Tyray informs us how he met this girl that he has a crush on.
I met Tiffany at my cousin's grandma's funeral. My cousin basically introduced us to each other, and she said, oh, you chunky. And I was like, huh? Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Okay, no lie, when he first said grandma's funeral, I thought about that scene from Wedding Crashers when they go funeral crashing. Tyray goes on to say Tiffany, the girl he has a crush on, has a really pretty smile, she's funny, and he doesn't know if he has the courage to ask her out on a date. He said this twice, so right away you can tell that he's putting this girl on a pedestal. He didn't answer if him being chunky was a good thing or not. Later that day, Tyray shows up to his cousin's birthday party with his sister LaShanti, who is very patient with her brother. We also see Robert is there at the party, who is Tyray's younger brother. Tyray's siblings describe him as a very nervous, shy guy that is afraid of intimacy with women, and his sister says that she's not sure he would know what to do if he was put in that position to have sex with a girl. Tyray sees the girl that he has a crush on, but he's in his own head. He's very afraid of rejection, and his brother tells him to be himself. Go over there and ask that girl out. The worst she can say is no. He says some very encouraging things to his brother, so Tyray decides to muster up the courage, go over to his crush, and ask her out.
Oh, what's up? How you doing, Tiffany? All right, how you doing? Wow, food looks good. I'm gonna steal a fry. Yeah.
Oh, well, the Riz is over 9,000. He's stealing a fry before he steals her heart. Jokes aside, what happens next is not good. He just starts frantically laughing. Like that. And then he says, oh God, help me. Meanwhile, the girl that he has a crush on is laughing and hiding behind her friend. It's not looking good. The entire interaction between Tyray and Tiffany was awkward to say the least. Tiffany communicates to the audience that she was interested in Tyray and she prefers to be with bigger dudes. However, fast forward, later in the season, it turns out that she actually stands up Tyray on a date. I guess Tyray waited an entire hour for this girl to show up and she never did. But looking at the scene, it made sense because you can tell that she was laughing at him, not with him. And she didn't seem thirsty for him as much as thirsty for the TV opportunity.
The girl, you made it all the way out here.
I just don't make it for you, babe. You know, I don't make it for you.
Dude's got a lot to work on, as we all do, but he seems like a nice kid. I hope that he starts to give himself that same love that he tries to shell out to attract these girls in the first place. Thank you so much, my wet socks, for your patience because I'm uploading the episode 1 summary. However, I'm behind in terms of episodes. At the time that I'm filming today's video, we're on episode 4, but I'm sure episode 5 is gonna come out by the time I post this video. But I'm gonna do the most to catch up with this series. If you have time, please check out our Amazon storefront. We got some mad luxurious gifts on there. If you want some one-on-one time with me, please order a Cameo. I'm the #1 Cameo creator in the entire world. Super thankful that y'all watch my content. Comment below, subscribe. Let your friend, follow me on Twitch and on Instagram right now.